Day 1. I landed in Narita at 6:30 in the morning. Thankfully, I breezed through the airport procedures using a QR code I got from the Visit Japan website. This QR code helped me skip the long lines at quarantine, immigration, and customs. Knowing I'd rely heavily on Google Maps and make international calls, I grabbed an unlimited data package for my spare phone at the airport. It cost me around 6,000 yen for 10 days, but it's totally worth it for hassle-free navigation and staying connected during my trip. I suggest you do some research to find the best option and package that fits your needs perfectly. After that, I caught the Keisei Skyliner train from Narita Airport to downtown Tokyo. It's a fast electric train that runs between Narita Airport and Uyeno. It's very comfortable inside, with enough space to store your luggage in front of your seat and a luggage rack at the back of the carriage. The ticket costs 2,465 yen, and the journey takes about 40 minutes to get from Narita Airport to Uyeno. It was about 12 degrees Celsius in the morning. I heard during spring, it's a good idea to dress in layers. I just enjoyed seeing the buildings and landscape while traveling on the train. After that, I switched to the junior train line from Nippuri to Shinjuku, where I had booked my hotel for the first 2 nights. Luckily, I was able to purchase a Suica card at Nippuri Station. There's a worldwide shortage of the materials needed to make these cards, and signs are popping up at Japanese train stations saying that sales of all IC cards are stopped for now. It's a prepaid transport card that you can easily use for trains, buses, and ferries, as well as buying things from convenience stores. However, Japan has introduced alternatives such as the welcome Suica Pasmo passport for tourists. I got to my hotel much earlier than the check-in time, which is usually at 3 p.m. in Japan. Since I couldn't check in yet, I left my luggage at the hotel, freshened up, and took a short rest in the lobby. My hotel was right in the middle of Shinjuku, near lots of cool places to visit. I walked around and crossed some streets until I reached the famous Godzilla head. You can easily see the big head of Godzilla from the street below. As I walked along, I spotted Don Quijote, the famous discount store in Japan, often referred to by its shortened name Donkey. Since visiting this store was on my itinerary for shopping, I decided to check it out. Keep an eye out for the popular face wash and some skincare items favored by tourists. They've got all sorts of luxurious things like fancy handbags, jewelry, expensive watches, and even fancy suitcases. Plus, there's also some top-notch alcohol available. It's a fun place to explore, and you might just find something you love. After checking into my room, I freshened up and caught a train to Azabudai Hills to see TeamLab Borderless. Azabudai Hills is a special place found only in Japan. It's like a whole city within a city. Here, architects have mixed art, shopping, and places to stay all in one spot. The buildings in this complex are pretty and different from usual, with lots of plants around. When you go inside Borderless, you'll find lockers for umbrellas and luggage. I put my umbrella in one of them too. TeamLab Borderless was really magical. It was a mesmerizing experience. It felt like stepping into a giant world of amazing art. I forgot everything else and just enjoyed the lights, sounds and colors. TeamLab Borderless is a single, continuous world where artworks seamlessly flow into one another. You experience the art with your whole body, not just your eyes. Crystal Universe was my favorite. Imagine stepping into a world filled with shimmering, interactive crystal balls. These might project colorful patterns or react to your touch, creating a mesmerizing spectacle. Then you wander through a magical forest illuminated by countless lamps suspended from the ceiling. The light interacts with the space, creating a constantly changing atmosphere. You can immerse yourself in a dreamlike world of blossoming cherry trees. As you move, the petals may fall around you, creating a truly interactive experience. Then I entered tea house within TeamLab Borderless. The person who makes tea brings a trolley with different kinds of tea and pours the one you pick into cups. When you sip your tea, flowers appear on the surface of the tea in your cup. As you drink, the flowers keep growing and changing, making a pretty scene in your cup. I have created a separate clip on my experience with TeamLab Borderless in this channel. After I seeing TeamLab Borderless, I walked around Azabudai Hills Market. It's a place where you can find lots of high-quality local foods and other things. The market has just opened in spring 2024. It's surrounded by high-end restaurants and art galleries, and there are lots of greenery around. I had a good time exploring the market and the complex and got to try some free food and drinks too. The market and the plaza is right next to Kamiyacho Station, so it's easy for people to get there. I returned to Shinjuku from Kamiyacho Station to meet my local guide. We headed to Omoide Yokocho, also known as Memory Lane, for dinner. It's a historic alleyway with a retro vibe, narrow streets, and tiny restaurants. My guide brought her pet dog in her backpack, and he slept quietly all night without making a sound. The lane was adorned with traditional Japanese decorations and illuminated by traditional Japanese lighting. It was bustling with tourists walking arm in arm. We found a pet-friendly restaurant where we tried various Japanese dishes. We enjoyed yakitori, grilled chicken skewers, yasai yakitori, grilled vegetable skewers, renkon no namono, lotus root, ikayaki, grilled squid, tamagoyaki, Japanese omelette, okonomiyaki, Japanese savory pancakes, and mochi, rice cake. We also savored warm sake served in a traditional Japanese carafe and cups, along with matcha tea and a highball drink. It was a truly immersive Japanese dining experience. Despite the crowded atmosphere, the meal for two cost around 4,500 yen. It was an unforgettable evening. My first day in Tokyo was really long, and it didn't end until midnight. I was so excited. I had walked 21,000 steps and I'm not sure where I found the energy to visit all those places.